Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yana, and I'm a visual artist living here in Atlanta. I've been here on and off for like 4 years now, and I'm just here sharing my story. And I hope that you find something that you can take away from it. No, what I say is not law, it's just my experience, and I hope that it's useful to you now, or maybe 2 years down the line, you look back and be like, oh, that crazy ass girl was on to something when she had said this, right? So, the topic I want to talk about today is what makes a bad bitch. And this came up for me because about 2 weeks ago, I was talking to this dude and he had called me a baddie. And I was kind of offended because to me, baddie sounds like Bad Bitch Jr. And don't claim it. To me, what is a bad bitch is not just a woman, but a person who rises to the occasion, and no matter what circumstances are thrown at them, they do their very best and they show up. And the older I get, or really just the more that I learn, is that the higher you climb, oh, this is a word. Hold on, wait. The higher you climb, the more you have to be willing to shed, because you can't climb to the top of the mountain if your backpack is full of some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was a good one. But yeah, and for me at least, that's been people's perception of me, old habits and relationships, and my ideas when it comes to my career. So, when it comes to people's perception of me, the path that I'm on now is not the path that my family and I thought that I would take. And the crossroad between those people, like who they thought I was supposed to be and the person that I am, I get kind of stuck right there in the middle sometime, because you don't want to disappoint anybody, and then you also don't want to, what am I trying to say for real? It's like the words are right there, and if I wasn't on camera I could just say it so easily, but I think the biggest thing is like you don't want to disappoint. And sometimes pushing yourself into a new idea of who you could be is difficult when you feel people trying to pull you back to who they think you should be, and not from a place of trying to hurt you necessarily, because who really knows what somebody's intention is. I would like to believe that the intention is just to see me be successful, but when you know that people are trying to pull you in a certain direction, and how much you allow that to hold you back can be the difference between whether or not you make it to the next level. Because at the end of the day, you have to believe in who you know you are. And whatever happens to those relationships with people who don't believe in that person as much as you, or just haven't seen the evidence yet, you have to be okay with whatever happens. And that is difficult when those people are your core, your family, you know? It can be just a huge challenge. So that's one thing that I'm working through. And I think that with age, I think we just all have this natural I don't give a fuck bone that grows. Some of us were born with it, some of us develop it over time. And it's just like the more you get to know yourself, the more you're like, that path that we talked about 10, 12 years ago, it's like, it's not even me anymore? But I think more than anything, because we all have different stories, we all have different ways of getting where we're supposed to go. More than anything, you have to know who you are. And it sounds simple, but for me at least, it hasn't always been, because who you are continues to change. So it's like you have to develop a certain level of, you just have to be okay with changes. And everybody's not okay with changes. And being lonely sometimes. and being the only person who sees the vision sometimes. And all of those things can be extremely difficult, especially if you've moved away from home and you don't have that core anymore, and you're holding on to it because it's all you really know, all you really got, you know. Who knows what your story is? But I'm saying from my perspective, it's been a challenge. But if you are truly committed to seeing yourself grow, you have to be committed to being okay with losing things. And that brings me to the next thing that I'm working on, and that's my patterns in relationships. And what I've realized about myself is that I've held on to a victim mindset for a while. And hold on. I've never been physically abused by a partner, and I won't exempt them from their behaviors. But I have a habit of choosing the bad guy and then being sad when he does what he was inevitably going to do, and then going back and getting a high off of, oh, you miss me, and then having to leave again, and then going back, and then having to leave again, and then going back. So it's just like, who's really enjoying that, you know? And just coming to that realization that, yeah, you could keep this person, but are either of y'all happy here? And really just changing, honestly, the way that I relate to men, because I could pick you apart all day. You could pick me apart all day. Just because I think I do less fuck shit than you doesn't mean that I'm a perfect person. But it's like, is that really the way that I want to relate to people in general? And that's what I've been working on. So, yeah, just kind of reinventing my ideas around just relationships, how we relate to other people. I used to get very enmeshed with another person, like, I'm giving you all of me, I need all of you. And it's like, is that even necessary? I don't know. Will I meet somebody else who completely changes my mind about all of this? I don't know. But I do know that it's time to give it up, delicious. It's not working anymore. It's just simply not. It's just like, I don't want to feel washed up. Like, I don't want to be doing the same shit I was doing in 2008 in 2024, you know? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not cute. So I want to be happy. You know, like, I want to be happy in love. I want to look at my partner and be like, yeah, this is a fun time, you know? And I think that you just have to really want that and be okay with letting go of that old part of you that chased toxicity. You know, find new ways to be happy. Or also, guess what? Your relationship doesn't have to be your source of entertainment. You know, that's what I really came to a realization of maybe just this morning, where I was like, oh, if he would have texted me back, then I could have said this, that would have been fun. It's like, yeah, relationships are supposed to be fun, but it does come to a point where it's like, are you playing with this person? Is that what the fun is? Is this your entertainment? Do I amuse you? Am I a clown? You know? And just being okay with whatever happens. Lose that person. I would rather lose somebody before I lose myself. And to keep it hot with y'all, I don't know what's happening with me, but I don't even be into niggas no more. Into anybody. I don't walk outside and be like, oh, that's a hot ass bitch. No, I'll see somebody who's attractive and be like, they're attractive. But I don't feel that draw to be like, ooh, what's happening with you? And maybe it's because I'm just doing that self work right now. But I also think maybe it's because I'm the person I'm supposed to be in love with. What if I'm just that hot bitch in my life, you know? And then just let the people who show that they deserve to enjoy that with me, let them enjoy that with me. And also, the older I get, the more I refer back to the episode of Sex and the City where Charlotte was like, maybe we're each other's soulmates and men are just these cool, fun things to play with. Because guess who did send me two beautiful, encouraging text messages today? My girlfriends. And guess who didn't? That man. So, you know, but there's that. We gonna see. I'll report back in a week and see. But and lastly is career for me. I think that this kind of goes back to that first thing I was talking about, like how I'm viewed in, you know, these relationships with my family members. And then that in you sparks, well, that in me sparks a desire to go hard. But I think that what I lost along the way is that it's not an overnight thing. You know, it's like I think that if I just go hard right now, something will happen and I'll get some money. And yeah, like I just got to go and do that thing. But the thing about life is like it's not always overnight, you know? And when you're a person like me who got all these gifts and talents and things like that, it gets hard to pick one thing. And then it gets hard for you to focus on one thing. And then it gets hard for you to make some money in one thing. So the approach I'm taking now is just like one thing at a time. Is that going to be a commitment? Sure. But if I focus on illustration for the next few months, is tattoo art going to go somewhere? No. Is acting going to go somewhere? No. Similar to these niggas. If I take a few months to just focus on myself, is unidentified man going to go anywhere? I don't think so. So it's just like, what do you have to lose by focusing on yourself? And whatever you lose by focusing on yourself, maybe you were meant to lose, because I don't think there's a better choice than yourself. Unless you got kids. I don't know. And I also think that it is a case by case thing. Like everybody's different. I don't think any advice is one size fits all. I don't think any relationship is one size fits all. Everybody got their own boundaries, their own expectations. Don't let bitches off the internet or your single friends or your married friends or your friends who are in situationships like dictate your choices, you know, because it's not cookie cutter. You know, have your boundaries and do what truly makes you happy, but nobody can really tell you shit. Like, I know nobody can really tell me shit. I'll listen, but nobody can really tell me shit. I'm still going to do what I want to do at the end of the day. I just have to trust myself to know that those are the best choices. But, you know, let it all work out. Let it all work out. It will. And that's one thing that I'm learning too, is that even when I am the most anxiety ridden ball of nerves, things are still working out. Things are always working out. And that's just the beauty of life, God, the universe. It's still working out. So you can choose to enjoy the process, or you can choose to be stressed until you die. And I think that a bad bitch chooses to enjoy the process and accepts the process for what it is, knows that there will be growing pains, know that every day won't be perfect, knows that people will leave, people will come, but whatever's supposed to happen will happen, and it's all happening for you and not to you. And it's truly all what you make it. And I think a bad bitch remembers those things. And she follows, likes, well, I'm sorry, this is YouTube. She subscribes to my videos, likes them, and she shares them. He or she, or they, non-binary. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope that something resonated with you. Hope I wasn't just babbling on aimlessly, but that felt like something. So yeah, y'all have a good week, and hopefully y'all will tune back in and comment down below what type of content you would like to see from me, because I am not a one-trick pony, y'all. I've worked in production, I've edited videos, I know how to do storytelling, so I can put me together a fire-ass video, but it just be me here. So I'm like, okay, like I could just hop on and just say what I gotta say. But I want to give y'all great content, because I really thank y'all for watching my videos so much last week, because that really pushed me to want to do this more. And hopefully we grow together. And thank you so much for watching. You know, if y'all got some fire ass channels, tag y'all selves down below so I can go and watch y'all. And just thank you for being a part of this community. And I hope that it's fulfilling to you and you get something from it. And yeah, you just like my stuff. All right, y'all. Bye.